Hello and welcome to yet another edition of DH Newsroom. This afternoon, we'll be talking about an important observation that has come from the Supreme Court of India. The Supreme Court a short while back said that no timelines can be fixed for governor, president to give assent to bills. This is strictly contrary to the Constitution, is what the Supreme Court has said. With me, I have my colleagues Ashish Tripathi and ETB Sivapriyan. Ashish, just give us a brief introduction as to what is the Supreme Court saying this afternoon.
In a major decision, Supreme Court today gave its opinions on reference made by the President following April 8 judgment by a two-judge bench, which laid down a fixed timeline for Governor and President to give their assent or take a decision on bills passed by state legislatures.
Okay, just to put it in context, correct me if I'm wrong over here, Ashish. If an assembly were to pass a bill, it sends it to the governor for approval. The governor has two options. The governor can either send it back with notes or can pass it. And the third option is send it to the president. This is how it is at the moment. But now the whole plea has come because certain governors have been sitting on it indefinitely. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's the case, we'll have to come to Shiva. Shiva, the petition was filed by the Tamil Nadu government. The Tamil Nadu government, MK Stalin-led government, and the governor there have had quite a bit of walk-ins. Can you just actually talk about what is the problem that has led to this?
Viju, actually, the problem takes us back to 2021. When Mr. R.N. Ravi, the former Intelligence Bureau chief, and also he was transferred from Nagaland as a governor to Tamil Nadu. Ever since Mr. Ravi was appointed to the post of governor of Tamil Nadu, there has been a lot of controversy. So the first bill that he stopped was the NEET bill. The NEET bill was to exempt Tamil Nadu students from appearing for the NEET, but the governor returned it to the assembly. So the assembly immediately reenacted the bill, and the bill was sent back to him after sitting on it for 3.5 months. So the governor sent it to the president. And there was one more precedent where the governor returned the bill to the assembly. That is in 2022, bill banning online gambling apps. So it was returned to the assembly in 2023 March. It was reenacted and sent it back to him. So now the question is, like, the state government was miffed at the behavior of the governor because he had withheld 12 bills. The bills were passed between 2020 to 2023, and most of these bills were relating to functioning of higher education institutes in Tamil Nadu. So what happened was the government was not very happy with the governor's attitude, and then since he withheld 12 bills, they wanted the Supreme Court to issue a direction to the governor to act on these bills. So basically what the governor did was he sent two to the president after the TN government went to the Supreme Court, withheld assent to 10 remaining bills on November 10, 2023, returned it to the state assembly. The state assembly sent all of them reenacted to the governor on November 18, 2023, and the governor sends all of them to the president. So sending the bills to the president was deemed as a tactic to delay the bills or giving it assent by the Tamil Nadu government. So there were about 10 bills. So the government went to the Supreme Court and got a favorable verdict for it. And I think that was for the first time. If I'm wrong, Ashish may correct me. It was the first time that the Supreme Court said that the bills have been deemed assent to. So immediately after the Supreme Court verdict, the Tamil Nadu government published it in the Gazette because they were waiting for the order to come out. The order came out about 3 days later, and immediately they published in the Gazette that all these bills have been assented to. So what has happened after April 8, 2025 ruling is that, Viju, the governor has been very prompt in assenting the bills. So he has actually given assent to about 8 or 9 bills in the past 8 months, and he has also withheld or sent one of them to the president. So like this is since the Supreme Court's presidential reference verdict did not overturn overturn the judgment on April 8th, I think, again, Ashish can correct me if I'm wrong, I think the judgment stays and all the bills have been assented to. So now, even now, the Tamil Nadu government says that, yes, the Supreme Court has accepted our demand that there is no fourth option for the governor. Either he has to approve it, send it back to the assembly, or he has to send it to the president. So he can't withhold it, or he can't sit on a bill indefinitely.
Okay, Ashish, I'm just going to say, add over here, what the court has said today is that no timeline can be fixed for the grant of assent for the governor or the president, though the constitutional authorities cannot sit over bills passed by the state legislatures indefinitely. I think the problem has always been not the fact that the bill has been sent back to the assembly, but the fact is that the governor has been sitting on it indefinitely. Does the Supreme Court's order today change anything?
Yeah, it is a fact that there were several bills pending for years altogether. Not only in Tamil Nadu, Kerala was also aggrieved with a similar situation. And Supreme Court today said that governor, to certain extent, enjoys discretion when a
Okay.
bill is presented to the governor. Governor has in fact three options. First is to grant assent. Second is to withdraw assent and withhold assent and send the bill back to the assembly. And third is to send it to the president. So, as per rule, the governor has to act on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. But in this case, when dealing with a bill, Supreme Court today said the governor enjoys a certain extent of discretion in this matter. And yes, Supreme Court today also emphasized that governor has to act within a reasonable time limit, but Supreme Court as a constitutional body cannot fix timeline when Constitution is silent about it. Second thing is deemed assent. It is a very important point. Last time in April, in the last verdict, a two-judge bench has said that all those bills, since it has been pending so long, they would be treated as deemed assent. So Supreme Court said that this concept is, in derogation of Constitution, and it is also against the principle of separation of power. So this is also a very important point.
So the point is that no time limit can be fixed and the constitutional authorities cannot sit on it indefinitely. So is there a gray area still remaining that, how do you define indefinite time over here?
Yeah, it is a gray area in fact, and actually all the constitutional functionaries, they have to act within the spirit of the Constitution. So this tussle, I think, will continue.
Okay, yes, that is what I was going to come to. So in essence, since there isn't a definite time frame, we can expect governors to actually sit on it for some time, and they would not be going against what the Supreme Court has said today. Am I right in reading it like that?
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
so
okay. Let me come to Shivapriyan. This Supreme Court order today also talks about an important or a rather contentious issue that has been talking about the spirit of federalism. Can you just shed a bit of light on that?
Viju, what Tamil Nadu has been saying, not just in the case of governor, but also in case of according projects. So like as we talk, there is a huge controversy about the center returning the DPRs, detailed project reports for two metro projects in Tamil Nadu. So like what the DMK government...
Coimbatore and Madurai, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Coimbatore and Madurai. So the DMK has actually hit the streets today. So as the election approaches, the DMK is making federalism a very key election campaign issue.
Ashish, if I could just ask you, now that we know that this is far from over because things remain more or less where they were. The governor, in principle, or the governor can actually sit on a bill now. The only caveat being it cannot be for an unreasonable time, but no time limit has been specified. Given that, where do you see this going? Do you see a protracted legal battle over here where the states might further approach the court? What do you think the road ahead for this is? Has this debate been over?
See, Supreme Court has today settled the larger legal issues, but practically the state will continue to face roadblocks in a sense that governors will act, certainly will act, as per their own choices, given the background, given the political tussle, and we have seen that most of the time, or in fact all the time, the aggrieved states are ruled by opposition parties. So, because of political reasons, these issues will continue to drag on, and we will see in the coming days more states approaching Supreme Court with their grievances of governor not acting promptly on the bills passed by state legislatures.
So since this has been decided by a 5-judge bench, now if it has to be reviewed, how does it work? A larger bench should be constituted. Could you just walk us through what is the legal nitty-gritty? For example, the next, if say West Bengal were to have a problem with the governor sitting indefinitely on a bill, what would be the road ahead for the state?
See, this judgment will remain as a principle for any other bench to follow, and other matters will be judged on the basis of this judgment only. Although this is a Supreme Court's opinion on the reference made by the president, but this will have a certain level of advisory impact on the on future developments on the future cases. Yeah.
Do you think this has satisfactorily addressed the state's concerns?
You see, Supreme Court today, decided the principles, and other issues they will be adjudged on the basis of facts of their cases.
Okay, so which means in the days ahead we can expect this to be talked about, discussed, and we will see how this is being played out in the days and months ahead.
Yeah, surely.
All right, sure. So for all the developments that are related to this case and regarded to the Supreme Court and other courts in Delhi, you can follow Ashish Tripathi's news coverage. And for developments from Tamil Nadu, you can follow ETB Sivapriyan's articles. For the latest news developments, log on to our website, www.deccanherald.com. You can also visit our YouTube channel, Deccan Herald, for the latest videos. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing it. Press the like button and the bell icon so that the next time a video drops, you will be notified. Until then, have a good day.